I thought that we should probably set a little backstory here because it's been some
wait a
time.
minute. Now hold on 1 second. Hold on, just before you get into this. I think I know where you're going, and I think it's also my next category. But anyways, carry on. Carry on. I'm putting that out there. I think
Is your next story about a baboon that's gone on a walkabout in South Africa?
No, incredibly. Carry on. Okay, carry on.
Okay. So let's just take a step back here because we need to make sure this has been probably, I guess, coming up on 2 years since we had Pete Portal, our friend from South Africa, in yes, not his name. He was here on our podcast talking about some wonderful work that he does with addicts in South Africa, and he told a story about them going camping, and they were trying to be able to get off drugs, and instead they had brought a lot of tobacco and sugar and all kinds of different products. They went on a canoe trip. They came back and found a giant baboon engorged in all of their replacement thrills, and also thrilling himself stuck in a tree. Now, I will
engorged is the right word in every
engorged case, yes. Well, this week I found a story in South Africa about a baboon that has gone, quote, walkabout in the southern suburbs of Cape Town. He could be a disappeared male from his troop after reaching his age of sexual maturity and is on the quest to find an unrelated female to mate with. It also may have been kicked out by his former troop. And so they captured this baboon, but it got me thinking: is Norman still dealing with addictions? Like, is Norman it's mating time for Norman, and they're like, buddy, you are too much. You are out of the troop. You are no ladies in our baboon troop. We don't want you with Norman, and Norman is on the hunt for other females. And it also makes me think, was it a good thing that Pete Pendleton Porter and his group got out of Dodge quick before Norman tried to mate with them?
It might be. Unbelievably, this week I found this headline. The ghost of a masturbating monkey haunts this building in the UK, but don't worry, he's friendly. When it comes to haunted houses, the entity in charge of all the scares is usually something like an old nun or the spirit of someone who was murdered and now seeks eternal vengeance. But why should human ghosts have all the fun? The Sun reported that the ghost of a horny monkey haunts Athelhampton Hall, a popular English county estate. Tourists claim they can often hear the monkey cackling and masturbating in the building.
How did they know?
How did they know?
Hark!
Wait a minute.
I hear the sounds.
I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, that there's a So there's a whole backstory, but I don't care. I mean, I was concerned that Norman had met his untimely end, and somehow his enduring spirit had been transported to Dorset, England, and he was just busy, But, maybe he's on walkabout in Cape Town. I don't know.
So there are a couple of different
options.
There are a couple of different options for the end of the Norman story. Why is Norman so important to you? 60 seconds.
See, Norman is representative of all of us, myself included, who have just things that make us fall, things that tempt us and cause us to fall. And when they get put, right in front of us, these occasions to sin, as it were, who amongst us is not Norman, who will not take advantage of those opportunities? And we need care and grace. And I think Norman exemplifies the opportunity for care and grace. He's pursuing the very, embodied desires that we have, and those are not bad desires. It's just when they become disordered, it becomes a problem, as we've seen in Norman's life. Whether it's stealing sugar and cigarettes and playing with himself, or whether it's wandering the streets of Cape Town looking for love, or whether it's being a disembodied ghost in a Dorset estate, freaking out visitors through your masturbatory noises. But Norman is kind of all of us. Who amongst us hasn't been a disembodied spirit in an English estate, scaring visitors with our masturbatory noises? So I think Norman is representative, but he also is the opportunity for change. He is the hope for the future, really. And I think that loving Norman is the way that we can learn to love ourselves.